So what if I told you that all these plastic waste, all these plastic trash that are clogging our rivers, polluting our ocean, polluting our crops and the air we breathe, what if I told you that it could actually represent an unlimited source for raw materials, a very cheap source for raw materials for companies to flourish? It could represent $1 billion industry, an unlimited supply for raw materials. So 6 years ago, I was walking on a beach in Bali, like I still do most days, and that's when it struck me. Everywhere I was looking at, there was plastic waste on the floor, in the beach, everywhere, and it's still the case right now. This morning, I was walking outside of the university here, and pretty much everywhere you can turn your head, you can see plastic sampah, plastic trash everywhere. So what if there was a way to turn these wastes into valuable products, into product that would generate economy, that would also lower plastic waste, lower CO2 emissions, and just have a positive impact on the communities. So what's the main issue? Every year, the world generates 350 million tons of plastic waste. I'm going to say that again because it's usually hard for people to understand. 1 ton is 1,000 kilograms, right? So every year we are generating 350 million times 1,000 kilograms of waste. So the world is facing a lot of different crises at the moment. Plastic waste is on top of the list. Then we have the mineral, the sand mining, that is also there. We have the construction sector that is booming worldwide. We are based in Bali. In Bali, we see new bangunan everywhere, every day, new buildings. So on one hand, we have plastic wastes, 350 million tons that are available. These wastes, no one wants to take care of them. No company thinks that they're valuable. It's mostly low-value waste. And then on another hand, we have pretty much all the sectors of activity that need alternatives, and they need alternative fast. We have furniture, for example. Indonesia is on the top list of furniture manufacturer and furniture exporter. But yet, there is no more trees. Everybody cuts all the trees. The trees are too young now to make quality products. We have the construction sector that is booming, that is generating so much CO2 emissions. So the idea behind Ecolabo 8 was to find solutions so that we can bring an alternative that is price competitive, that is also of better quality than what's existing on the market. To do so, in the core of our company, we have 4 different technologies. With these 4 different technologies, we are able to work with absolutely any sector of activity. During the same day, for example, in our factory, we can make shirt button for a fashion brand, and at the same time, on the other side, we are making decking planks for a constructor, and wall tiles, and soap dispensers. So we have no limits in what we can build, and that's how we build our company. The first technology, the molded products, it targets global brands. It fulfills marketing needs of global brands. An example, we've been working with The Body Shop for over 5 years, and we're manufacturing over 10,000 units of hair comb or soap dispenser on a monthly basis. We will never have a high impact on the environment. We will never be recycling thousands of tons with that technology, but the objective is for these brands to shine, for these brands to look good, to build closeness with their end clients. And the second technology, the sheet press, it is an alternative to minerals. It's an alternative to stone, to marble, to ceramic. The applications are unlimited. It is made for indoor products exclusively, and it is an alternative to naturally sourced minerals. So this was great. We had global brands on our customer database, global brands that are working with us for marketing purposes. Then we have the sheet press equipment that allows us to bring an alternative to minerals, to marble, to ceramic, to granite. And then we've decided to launch an outdoor products. With the outdoor product, we are making furniture. We are making furniture that aim to replace teak wood or other wood that is, or other furniture that are made out of wood. This third technology really is a big breakthrough because we're manufacturing furniture that recycle plastic, that helps with deforestation. Every single piece of furniture that we're making allows for us not to cut trees to manufacture furniture, but also it is cheaper than wood. That's where we make the biggest breakthrough, by being price competitive. People tend to think that plastic recycling is more expensive and it costs a lot and it's not sustainable or it's not financially sustainable, and that's what we are trying to change with our company. The furniture that we are manufacturing, they last longer than wood because they're from plastic. The main problem with plastic is that it never disappeared. So we take that problem and we turn it into our advantage, where the furniture that we're manufacturing, they last longer than wood, they need no maintenance, and they're cheaper to purchase. So it is an alternative to wood, and it is a way for us to work with five-star hotels, for example, or any other sector of activity. The latest technology that we started targets the construction sector. With this technology alone, we are able to recycle up to 9,000 kilograms of waste every single day. Every day, 9,000 kilograms. And it can be turned into roof tiles, granite, paving blocks, or decking planks. So in Indonesia, the construction sector is booming. In Indonesia, the resources are more and more expensive. Everybody uses all the sand. So now if we want to buy sand, sand is becoming more and more expensive. If you want to buy wood, it's more and more expensive. And that's where we come in. The objective is really to bring an alternative that not only helps the environment. Usually when I meet anyone, I try to tell them, forget about the fact that we're recycling plastic. What we are doing is bringing something to the market that is better than what already exists, that lasts longer, and the fact that it's made from recycled plastic is the cherry on top of the cake. So we have a business model that's working. We've been operating for over 5 years. We are a company that is profitable, that doesn't need grants or funding to exist. That's where we make the biggest difference also with other recycling ventures. Usually recycled plastic or recycling or sustainability ventures in general, they need funding, they need a lot of money, and they're not making money. That's where we make the big difference. The fact that we have this 4 different technology, like I've said before, we are a one-stop shop for absolutely any company, from fashion to beauty to construction, you name it, we can absolutely work with anyone. And we were looking for a way to scale our business because what we do is nice. We are based in Bali. We are impacting our community around us. We are recycling 200 tons of waste every month. But how do we scale that up? To do so, we've decided to start a franchise company. This franchise company, for those who don't know, a franchise is a copy-paste of a business model somewhere else. The franchise company aims to reshape local economy. We have a way to create 35 jobs per location. We have a way to recycle 200,000 kilograms of plastic per location. We have a way to generate an income that is consequent per location. And this is the way for us to also quantify better. The first franchise will open very soon in Malaysia. The second one will open in Vietnam, and hopefully, why not in Solo one of these days. But it is a way for us to be able to quantify our impact very easily. It is a way for us to build a global ecosystem, and it is a way to quickly develop our business model and quickly grow our impact. Our objective internally is to have 50 franchises within the next 5 years, and this will represent 2,000 jobs created. This will represent 10,000 tons, so 10,000 kilograms recycled every month with 50 franchises, and it will impact community, the environment. It will be a turnkey business that will aim to just better communities and better the world. So what we're trying to do also is show people that doing good is good for business. We have been deeply entangled with the UN Sustainable Goals since the start of our activity. We are directly attending 13 or 14 of the 17 UN Sustainable Goals, and our objective is really to follow international regulations, really to also show that in business, you don't have to see profit first. Profit will come afterwards. If you do things right, if you do things transparently, profit will come afterwards. That is why we became TEDx member as well. For those of you who don't know what is TEDx, TEDx is a auditing company that helps audit the supply chain, so helps make sure that our business is done in ways that are respectful to international standards, on business ethics, on labor standards, on environments and safety at work. So we've had the chance for the past 5 years to work with a very, very wide range of clients, from setting up campaigns like Bring Back Our Bottle campaign. This was a very, very big success where I was told not to name the brand, so I'm not going to name the brand, but if you're a client from this brand, you can bring back your empty container in the store, you will get store credit, and then we will bring and manufacture a new product with that will be gifted to you. So this is the kind of campaign that we do with global brands. We also decided to start that franchise company, like I said before, when we started to export our products. So we are exporting a lot of our products to Malaysia, to the US, and to pretty much everywhere at the moment. And that's one of the reasons why we will be scaling up our business model worldwide through franchising. I said before that doing good is good for business, that when I say doing good, I mean making sure that you're following the international standards, making sure that you take into account all the aspects of environment and community. We do a lot of CSR actions as well. Last year we have renovated 3 schools and basically furnished all the schools 100% with recycled plastic, showing again that recycled plastic does not have to be expensive. That's what people think. But if we were able to furnish schools, it was price competitive with wood, and it was also a way to replace wood. So our business, it comes from plastic waste to global impact. Try to imagine a world where plastic is not really an issue anymore, but is the solution to most problems, to most crises. Like I've said, one of the biggest crises we're facing is deforestation, plastic trash, and sand mining. Try to see all this plastic trash every time you go outside and every time you see plastic. Try to see this not as part of the problem, but as a part of the solution, because that's really what we've created at Ecollaborate. We have made a solution from all that plastic trash. And we are able, at this point, to produce products that are cheaper, that are better in quality, and that are very, very impactful. And that's the reason why we keep on going. That's the reason why we are scaling up the business at the moment. And the goal is to really be able to take all these waste and turn it into opportunities, turn it into profitabilities, and showing the world that sustainability and profitability can coexist and can be synonym of a better world for everyone.